YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, welcome. All right, today we're going to be talking about our SSD card, getting back into the computer world, learning from myself. As you can see, I have an extremely advanced hybrid, house and techno music, dream live performance setup. I've learned the hard way, figured it out, and now I'm here to show you how all of these great components work together. We're building a supercomputer to pump it up, make it so I can do so much more than I'm already doing. Because when it comes to Ableton and Tractor, oh boy, its computer, really needs some speed and, hack down the latency with Thunderbolt 3 and yes, in Windows. But anyways, let's talk about our SSD card. Let's make sure we're all getting the right one for ourselves so we can accomplish, our audio creativity, right? And take things to that next level. So when it comes to an SSD, the things that you're going to want to think about are your read and your write speeds. The faster read, faster write is going to be better for latency and especially on the recording, as well as retrieving lots of information at one time, right? Your read and your write. Next, why did I go with the Sabrent Rocket NVMe 4.0? Well, let me just say it this way. The 4.0 means PCI Express 4.0. Now, that's only offered in the AMD new Threadripper 3960X. I love the Gigabyte Designaire for audio. It comes with your Thunderbolt card, which is awesome. And these are, I would say, 100% faster than any other SSD hard drive currently out on the market. And I always talk about brand and reliability. Sabrent has really outdone itself. Not only the fastest here in 2020, but also a well-known brand, has lots of history making these SSDs. This one is M.2 slot, so it's small, compact, and it actually does pretty impressive for heat management. I did go ahead, I picked up one of their specialized heat sinks. So the way this is going to work, you only see one here. So one of them is going to go inside the heatsink. That's going to be focusing on my operating system, things of that nature, my everyday usable hard drive space. And then I got 5 altogether. All right. Now you're probably saying, okay, well, one's the hard drive space. What's the other 4? Inside the Designaire is a card that allows me to put all 4 of these PCIe Express 4 slot SSD cards together and actually utilize the speed of all 4 of them, the read and write at the same exact time. Yes, that's how powerful PCIe Express 4 is. I will be running the Threadripper 3960X, 24 cores. I can overclock this to 4.5 gig, utilizing all of the read and write speed. Now, mind you, one of these cards is already the fastest hard drive SSD read and write. Now utilizing all 4 together so it can read times all 4 and write. So let's say it's going 5,000 up. Now you're going 20,000 up or very close to it. So yeah, that's the big benefit of the PCIe 4. Highly recommended. Great brand. Lots of storage space. Great budget. I love this. And again, it only comes in the Threadripper, by Ryzen, by AMD. I'm switching to AMD. I was an Intel person before, but to take my system to the next level, I really needed the cores, but I also needed that base clock speed, that speed for the live DJing to record and retrieve so much out of Tractor and Ableton, really reduce that latency. All right, now let's talk about storage. How much storage do you really need? Well, that's really up to you. Are you the type of person that has, 100 songs that you use? Well, figure out how much storage that is. Is that 200 gigs of storage? Is that 500 gigs of storage? Now you know how much storage you need. Also, I like to have at least 500 gigs or a half a terabyte just for my main operating system, you know, things that I might be doing like Microsoft Word, just having that as that side. But for my music, I'm going up to 2 to 4 terabytes. So 2 terabytes of the super fast, you know, NVMe 4, ultra lightning fast. My main drive is also having that super speed. And then I'm gonna have a external drive just for old songs, old video recordings, things that I'm not using on an everyday basis, but I might want to retrieve in the future. That's how I would recommend handling your hard drive and calculating how much space you need. I think we've pretty much covered it. I'm going to be going into detail on all of these components. We're going to be building the best possible computer for your live audio and audio production needs. And, you know, if you're a producer, all of these things come in. You know, when you hit play in Ableton and it's sourcing all these different files and you're, you know, sending sounds in and out and your audio interfaces and everything's, you know, and like for me, I do streaming, I do video. I'm going to teach you all of this stuff. I learned it all from the ground up. We're going to show you a lot more than just hard drives. We're going to show you how this hard drive interacts with your motherboard, how your motherboard's going to interact with your cooling fan. Speaking of cooling, this has phenomenal heat management. You would think because of all that power you'd have this massive overheating issue. That's just not how it is. These heat sinks are specialized for these items, so highly recommended for the Rocket, and it does a really great job with heat management. I wanted to mention one more thing that is uber important. When it comes to your SSD card, there's all different types out there. If you don't pick this exact system, you need to make sure you're getting a real SSD that's not SATA drive, okay? So do a little bit of research, make sure you're getting the proper read and write speeds, the consistent read and write, not necessarily like a burst speed. I know the Samsung Evo, a lot of people like. There's the Samsung Pro, which I recommend, but make sure whatever drive you get, it's a true SSD and it's not some SATA that's going to go as slow as your old hard drive. So yeah, so anyways, I'm looking forward to hearing from you again. I'm happy we covered, you know, our SSD, and we'll see you in the future. Thanks.